Welcome back to the Texas Agricultural Law YouTube channel. I'm Tiffany Lashman. Today, let's talk a little bit about estate planning. I recently had a phone call with a farmer rancher in East Texas who grew up on this ranch, had been there his entire life, worked the land with his dad, has raised cattle. That's all he ever wanted to do, all that he's ever done. And the phone call got real serious real quick when he started telling me that his dad had passed away. His parents had not done any estate planning or succession planning for the farm and ranch business. And now it was very likely he was going to end up losing the farm due to that lack of planning. So I just want to encourage you, if you are somebody who's got a family farm or a family ranch or any sort of family business that you're doing with one child, and maybe you've got other children who aren't involved or aren't involved to the same degree or just don't get along, right? Any of those things, I'm begging you, please take some time and really think about the right estate and succession plan for your family operation. Because some of the questions I was getting from this gentleman were things like, isn't there some sort of law to protect me for all of my time and effort and money and, kind of that term sweat equity that I've put into this operation for all these years? No. The answer is no. If that operation was owned by mom and dad and you didn't buy in, you weren't made an owner, you weren't part of an entity, there was no plan, then no, there's no law that protects you. You don't get treated any different than any other child in that situation, right? They were asking other questions about like, well, isn't there some way to protect him because we want to make sure this land stays in farming? And if it gets sold, then it won't. We're going to lose this valuable agricultural land. No law for that either, right? So I'm just public service announcement, right? If you've got a family operation, do the hard work now. Have the difficult conversations. Make the difficult decisions. Think through the best way to protect that operation for the future where you don't leave your kids in this type of a situation. And here's the other thing I'll tell you. I don't think there's a one size fits all. Like, here's the plan that every farm or ranch family should use for succession. It doesn't work that way. And so what works for you might not work for your neighbor or might not work for your brother or whatever. But taking the time to really think through these issues and really have a plan will hopefully help your kids avoid being on the other end of a phone call with me where I'm having to tell them the law doesn't protect them and they're about to lose the family land, the legacy that they've worked so hard to build, and the lifestyle that they've had for the last 50 years.